came back. They found his clothing scattered somewhere down the track. Won't be down on Wall Street in the morning. He had a home, the love of a girl. Let get lost sometimes as years unfurl. One day he crossed some line and he was too much in this world. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. In the New York minute, everything can change in a New York minute. It can get pretty strange in a New York minute. Everything can change in a New York minute.
I think now we are live. So thrilled to be here. Danny Kortchmar, we're going to introduce him here in a couple minutes, but you'll remember all the stuff he did with Don Henley back to Building the Perfect Beast and some of the other stuff, End of the Innocence, New York Minute, that song we just listened to, him and the Immediate Family doing that one. And All She Wants to Do Is Dance, what a great tune. So, and then back through to his stuff with The Section and with Carole King and James Taylor and all those folks as well. More than thrilled to be here on another Cordial night with you. My name is Mike Smith. I am the endorsing artist manager for Cordial Cables and MV Pro Audio. And I'm pretty excited about this one. As you know, if you guys watch these things, I'm excited about every single one of them because this is the excitement we got nowadays. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and bring in all of our artists. We have 5 artists who won a contest. We've got a couple of them that are local folks here from Southern Oregon where we're at, and a couple that are Cordial endorsing artists, and then of course Danny, who is also a Cordial endorsing artist with all the members of the Immediate Family that you just saw. Waddy Wachtel, Steve Postell, Russ Kunkel, Leland Sklar, and Danny Kortchmar are all Cordial Cables USA endorsing artists, and we couldn't be more thrilled. Watch for more. They've got a new album coming out, and we're going to play their new song, Cruel Twist, here in just a few minutes. Enough chatting from me, because I want to chat with all of these people. I'm going to bring them all in right now, and I'll introduce you to them, and then we'll go from there. Hang on.
Hey, aloha, everybody.
Hello. Hi there. How's everybody?
Look at everybody.
Here we are.
We're all here.
Yeah.
Where's Jen?
There you go. That's the view I wanted to see.
You are. Can you see me?
There you are.
Yes,
I can see everybody.
I see everybody now. There you go.
Well, I'm gonna kind of introduce everybody around, and I'm gonna leave the vaunted one up in the upper left-hand corner for the last one. So over here on our, I guess if you're looking at it, to be on your right, Ron Artis, Portland, Oregon, from Hawaii, via Hawaii. Ron Artis.
Hi, Ron.
Hey,
Ron
aloha,
Artis and the
everybody.
Truth, killer band. You need to go out and find Ron Artis and the Truth. There'll be some fun stuff that you'll see out there. He's awaiting his 4th child, so we're happy that you're
Any day now.
with us, Ron. That's great
Thanks,
stuff, man. So, and then kind of going right on down to the next one on the left, right under Danny, is Peter Collins. He's from over on the right coast, on the other side of the country, so it's a little later for him. But Peter has one of the most unique styles and unique voices we have ever heard. We love what he does, and he's very gracious. He's a very quiet man until he fires up that beautiful voice. So you're going to get to hear some of that here pretty soon, too. Jared Masters, whether it be the Illies or Verbs and Nouns, Obermeister Project, and now he's doing a lot of production stuff and his own stuff as well. I worked to his record today when I was putting all this stuff together, his new record, and it's beautiful. Really nice stuff. So good job on that, Jared.
Thank you.
Beth Wishes, B Wishes. One of my all-time favorite songwriters, from the Toys to Mustard, Colonel Mustard, and the B Wishes Band, and one of the most iconic performances I've ever seen at Rogue Theater when she was there. That was killer. You remember that one, don't you? I do too. So welcome, B Wishes. And then last but not last, because there's one more after this, Jennifer Ambrose. Jen Ambrose is one of our local songbirds as well, with Saucy, Soundstage Review, Jen Ambrose and the Rock Project. Yes, I remember all this stuff. I retain it in my head. So welcome to you guys. And then last but not least, Danny Kortchmar. We are so thrilled to be on this screen with you right now. One of my all-time favorite albums, The End of the Innocents. Every time I hear that record, I just get this throwback to the time I was in my life, and to hear those songs, and to hear New York Minute and Dirt Were Dollars and some of those things like that are just wonderful songs. And then to go back to the Carole King stuff and the Jackson Browne stuff as well. We really love having you in the family, and thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Why don't you open with a little something, and then we'll, while you're doing that, I will just a few words, and then I will get the first song together, if you wouldn't mind.
So who's opening?
Danny. Yeah, say a little something. Say a little hello to everybody, and then I'll get.
Well,
the
what I want to tell all of you is that opinions are just like assholes. Everybody has one, right? And
Yes.
and they all stink. That's the other part of it. Is that nobody knows what a hit is. Nobody knows what a good song is. You have to dig inside of yourself to know what a good song is and what's the real deal. It ain't up to me, and it ain't up to nobody else. It's up to y'all to figure out what is real. And that's really my opening salvo right there.
Well, that's wonderful advice, and you're a guy who speaks with your songs. So and so are these guys here, the rest of them, the guys and girls on this screen. So we are going to start this party with a studio version of Ron Artis's song "Silent Whispers." And I thought I was just going to play a little bit of these songs, but if you guys are okay with it, unless anybody's got to run at like 6:30 or something, I'd like to let these songs play out. When I went back and listened to them, I thought it would do them injustice to stop them without letting them get through to the point that you guys are trying to make on them. So I'm going to let this play through. I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and then we're going to listen to Ron and his song. Yeah, go right ahead. And let me get this going here. You guys don't know how stressful this is for a non-techie guy.
I do.
Hey, trust me, we all been learning it, man. We all been learning it, being at home and figuring it all out.
Do you have an actual like professional camera on you right now? Because your screen looks the best, I think, out of anybody's here.
Ah, thanks, man. Yeah, I've got my Sony A7 III.
Awesome.
He's kind of a seasoned professional. Ron's doing a bunch of these things, and I watched some of his first one, and I promise you they weren't as good as this one's looking right here. But we're all both.
Thanks, man. Yeah, you saw the one with my grainy laptop screen first.
No, I saw the one that you did with. It wasn't John Jorgensen, was it? It was.
Oh, Greg.
That you had to do on your cell phone, and you had to hold your cell phone.
Oh, Tommy Emmanuel.
Tommy Emmanuel, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hang in there. Let's play a song, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Sometimes I feel like this life ain't my own. Searching for answers, figured out, hey. All I say, what you one day at a time. Every stay you never take will lead you on away. Hey, got to live a day to day. So live it just one day at a time. Yeah, yeah. Every step you take will lead you on. You know just what I say inside. I'm asking you once, I'm asking you twice. Silent whisper. I'm asking you once, asking you twice. Won't you hear me now? Yeah. Won't you hear me now? Won't you feel it as it grows? Won't you feel it? Won't you feel it as it grows now? Don't you understand now? I'm asking you once, I'm asking you twice. Silent whispers. I'm asking you once, asking you twice. Won't you hear me now? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Cool, you guys.
That was a fun one.
That was lovely. That
Thank
just
you.
the air in that song is just fantastic. Oh, quiet commercial.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
See, I told you I'm not a techie. So let's get right into some comments. We're going to start with Peter, and then we'll end up with Danny. So, Peter, talk to us a little bit about that song. What'd you hear there?
Okay, so I really love the musicality of it, really. I'm a guitar person, so I definitely was feeling the guitar throughout the song. And then the solo, I was like, that was great. So
That was a nice.
it was great.
Yeah.
So I really love the musicality.
Great. Jarrod, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, you guys have some really fantastic dynamics between all of you. Would definitely love to be in that room. I actually felt like I was there. Like, miss live shows so much right now, so having that right here was really nice. But beautifully sung. All of your inflections are so dramatic, and you can feel the emotion in every piece of it. Really beautiful song. Yeah.
Excellent. How about you, B?
You know, that song is such a classic sounding soul song. I mean, right from the intro, that classic intro with the hits, and it's subtle. The changes don't smack you in the face the first time you hear the song. And the hook is subtle too. But by the time you hear it the second time, it's got your heart, you know. and really soulful, just real authentic and just beautiful.
Especially with that sweet vocal on top of that.
Oh man,
on top of
such
that.
soul.
So Jen, how about you?
It draws me right in. I mean, that yours was the first song I had listened to, and it just smooth, but it whispers, and it just like,
thank you.
You hear me asking, it's like yes, and it just pulled me right in, and I love the interplay of your vocals and the guitar. You know, the guitar was like whispering back to you. You were all in, and it drew me in also, and yeah.
Beautiful.
A delight too.
Okay, Danny, how about you?
Well, this song is soulful and authentic, and I love your playing. But since I'm here to like say something other than you're fabulous,
Do it.
the only thing I would say to you is that perhaps in your chorus, I mean, I've seen you once, I've seen you twice, you go to some other. I realize you're going to a different change there, but I would like to hear a really different change. You know, it's going someplace totally different. What key are you in? What key's the song in?
A flat minor.
All right, say A flat. So maybe if you went to G flat
Ooh.
to start with, and
Just
then
drop it down
flat,
to that
and then
major
back to A
chord?
flat. You do what I'm saying? You did it like, you know, some other change, some other place to go that would set up your chorus more brilliantly, that would separate it from your verse. You are playing different chords in your chorus, but I would say really different chords, even more different, you know, that would set it up and bring attention to it. Other than that, I don't have to say to you, man, you mean it. You're soulful, and I love your playing. And
Thank you.
so that's my only.
Hey,
comment.
I love insight, and I love different perspectives, because it's like most of the time it's like I never thought of that.
Well, we write from inside our heads, you know, and take somebody else listening to it to interpret it.
Yeah.
You remember the first time you listened back to those first few things you recorded, and you were like, no, that's not it. Okay, well, we're going to go right around the horn here. We're going to, that truly was a beautiful song, Ron, and keep up the good work. And if you've got time after that fourth child born, we'll be looking for new records from you.
I don't know. I was laughing with my wife. She's like, we think we've been keeping a theme going with every kid. There's been an album. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't planned that way. It wasn't planned that way, but the baby comes and the album comes.
Okay, we're going to move on to The Things I Do from B Wishes. And she's got a great video with her new boyfriend in this. Her old boyfriend is not real happy about it. He's going to, if this guy could fight back, Jack Hopfinger, her boyfriend, who's also a great player, fantastic. He wouldn't be happy with this. So let me get this screen shared. Okay, here we go.
I think you warned him.
I did. I definitely did.
1, 2, the things I do. The things I do to get to the state of okay. The things I do every day. I don't think I can sustain or explain. The things I do would make my poor mama cry. The things I do to get by. She'd look at me and say, why, oh why? But please don't scold me, just hold me. Please don't leave me, believe me. I know I'm a very bad little kid. Please don't hurt me, comfort me, stay forever things I do every day, I don't think I can sustain. It's insane. The things I do would make my poor mama cry. The things I do to get by, she look at me and say, why, oh, why? But please don't scold me, just hold me. Please don't leave me, believe me. I know I'm a very bad little kid. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Please don't hurt me, comfort me, stay forever. Don't desert me. Someday I feel bad for what I did, because the things I do, the things I do, the things I do would scare the hell out of you if you knew. The things I do, the things I do, the things I do would scare the hell out of you if you knew.
Love that.
It's a weird video.
I know. I'm sure you look back on that now and kind of go, like all of us, like we were talking about, what was I thinking?
Oh, I don't know what I was thinking, but I like it.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Ron, let's start with you. Why don't you talk to us about that song?
Yeah, first thing on the musicality side of it was you don't hear enough clarinet these days in music. You don't, and it was nice to hear a refreshing approach of I don't know when you recorded that, but it felt like in that like modern times of hearing some really good. Maybe my ears are betraying me, but I thought ukulele with clarinet. I thought, whoa. Or is that ukulele I'm listening to, or is it more of a gypsy guitar?
No, it was a ukulele.
It was? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, those two together, that sounds really cool. Way to kind of set the stage for what you had to say.
Thank you.
Excellent. How about you, Peter?
There was a few things that I loved about it. One of is the melody of the hook. It's kind of catchy. I really loved that part about it. It was kind of reminiscent of like a storyline, like a piece of a storyline. For some reason, for me, I just felt like it was just a piece of the storyline. So yeah, I really loved. That was really nice for me.
Thank you.
Excellent. How about you, Jarred?
Yeah, no, definitely the song tells a story, and it's content is great. Having video content of yourself is always awesome. But out there, you can kind of tell your story through your content. You did a good job of doing that. Super fun song. I love it. Is that stand-up bass on there that's driving that?
No, it's not. It's fretless though.
Sounds like a stand-up bass kind of swinging through, and
yeah. Thanks.
Definitely. I love the style, and the video kind of helps tell the story of the song, and it's super fun. Yeah.
And that was the infamous Jack Hopfinger in there playing guitar. So.
And he did the bass track as well.
Oh yeah. He's a wonderful player as well. Hey Jen, how about you?
I think you had that out for Halloween, perhaps.
You're right.
But I love the klezmer feel of it, and this kind of throwback, playful feel of it. But the theme, the things I do, how do you cope with life? And it's like, there it is, but brought in with this kind of almost playful, nostalgic. I mean, the video reinforces that, but that nostalgia, but how to cope in this world we're in. And so I appreciated that the layers in that song.
And we love our
ukulele. That was cool.
We love our Barnstormers Theater. We sure missed playing there. We had some wonderful shows there.
That looks familiar, yeah.
Barnstormers. So Danny, how about you? What do you think?
Well, it's hard to separate the song from the production style. kind of old-timey clarinetty thing kind of determines, you hear that first. In other words, you don't hear the song first, you hear the production style first. You know, I hear what you're saying, and I hear what you're what you're doing, what you're going for. And there's, at this point, as we know, in modern music, there's very little difference between production and songwriting, is there? You know, give you an example. Cardi B's last single, they got one of those Grammys. 17 songwriters, guys, on that one song, right? You know, do we really need this? I don't think we do. I think you've got to make a statement about how your life is and how you see life and how you see things that are going on around you. This is what we need in our culture, by the way. Now, I'm not pointing just at you. I'm saying this to everyone, not just you guys, but everyone. We got to start, as songwriters, we got to start writing about what's happening in our world around us right now. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, really serious, badass stuff going on. And I think we all need to somehow find a way to address that as artists, to address what's going on in our culture and what's going on in, you know, in the United States of America. Yeah. Now, take it away, go away from that, back to your song. I dig what you're saying. I dig how you're coming from. Believe me, it's tough for me. I don't like passing judgments or even talking about other people's music. Because like I told you earlier, opinions are like assholes and everyone has one and none of it means anything. You know, what means something is what's in here. That's all that matters.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted Danny on this show is because I knew he was a straight shooter, but I also knew he wasn't just a talking head type of guy that just got on the screen and spouted.
Yeah, I'm not a nice guy. I want to tell you that, guys. I'm not. You know, I'm just going to talk about general stuff, overall stuff, you know, especially considering the culture and the world we live in right now. Right. Okay. Go ahead, my man.
Yep. Good stuff, Danny. Appreciate it. This one I don't have a video for, but it's such a beautiful song. We're just going to listen to it with the Spotify link up. Jarred's song and his entire record, Bad Moon, has a vibe about it that if you guys get a chance to go and listen to the entire record through like I did today, which of course that's another thing that I miss, Danny, about the old days is when we used to sit and listen to a record from front to back and look and see who was on it and all that stuff. You guys remember those days, right? We all kind of grew up there. But this song, Alive for the Day, is just a beautiful acoustic song in the middle of this additionally beautiful record. So we are going to listen to that one, right?
Times of darkness, your mother says words that comfort me in my head. I'm afraid of what I do not know, but I still believe in what I cannot hold. Alive for the day, holding hands and making love like we used to. If only we had more time, my girl, I'd put a ring on your hand again. Well, time's been cruel to me, but I swear I never leave. Here comes the sun onto your bed. Your mother's always right, so baby, get your rest. I'm not afraid to say the truth, but I still believe in what I have to do. Alive for the day, holding hands and making love like we used to. If only we had more time, my girl, I'd put a ring on your hand again. Time's been cruel indeed, but baby, I'll never leave. no one can come between. I believe in you and me. I believe in love.
A gorgeous song.
Got chopped up a little there, but that's okay.
Yeah. When I go back and remix it, I will put it back in there fully. Yeah, that boy. Let's start with Ron. I'm gonna withhold mine until you guys.
Cool. Can you
go.
guys
Go
hear
ahead,
me?
Ron?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm always. Oh, that's what happened. Got turned on. I'm always a fan of like really personalized conveying of a story, and with your whole with the whole tone of how you structured the song and the music, it really just, it's kind of like you're sitting on the sofa next to someone and you're able to listen to their conversation. It's like I don't know if you ever listened to Patrick Watson. He's one songwriter that I like a lot. It's just, let's make the world kind of distort its way out of our picture and just talk. It's kind of that kind of musical approach.
That's awesome. I'm really happy that you heard it like that, because it's a super personal song, and I wasn't expecting to put something that personal on the record, and I kind of just did it. But yeah, I appreciate that feedback, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing.
Peter, how about you?
I really love the feeling that it gives. For me, it was really, like you said, personal. It was like alive for the day. It's kind of like in the moment type, love type feel. So it was a good feel for me. I loved the fact that it was just you and guitar throughout the whole time. Yeah. It just gave more meaning to the song. So it was
B, how about you? What did you think of that
My
song?
girlfriend, my girlfriend thinks I'm cute, but the rest of you might not think so.
Hey, the beautiful people are in all ages and sizes and colors, I think. So even that Leland Sklar guy, he's got a cute thing going on, you know.
Yeah.
B Wishes, what'd you think about that song?
I think the song is so intimate. It feels almost like I'm lying right next to you and you're singing in my ear. And that's really nice that you captured, not just with the performance and the lyrics, but the whole production of it is so simple and so intimate. And, I'm a big believer in serve the song when you're producing it. That's what is the hardest thing for me when I'm trying to produce something is, what does this song need? And if it doesn't need anything but the raw emotion of it, then leave it like that. And so I respect and admire that. Nicely done.
Yeah. How about you, Jen?
Intimate, makes me want to keep falling in love. Steve, wherever you are. But, and I felt almost a Beatles feel to some of the chord changes.
Yes.
And the movement of the chords seemed to deepen the very visceral, emotional feel of the song. And so it brought that intimacy, but also that a dreamlike quality to it as well. So it's very beautiful.
Yeah, Dan, I'm a huge fan of yours, so I appreciate that.
And before Cooch comes back on screen, I just wanted to make a comparison. You remember the Johnny Cash record that he did, the song "Hurt"? I think the Nine Inch Nails song, or
I love that.
Mm-hmm. And it sounded like he was like right there next to you. I asked Sylvia Massey how they did that, and of course, it was a combination of compressors and preamps and all that kind of stuff to make it sound like he was sitting right next to you and singing right to you. That closeness is something that this song has in the middle of just a stunningly beautifully written song, Jarred. So that is a really great tune. So Danny, why don't you come back on screen and talk to us about that song?
All right. So let me just say this. Obviously, a lovely tune, and I dug the sincerity of it and the intensity of it. What I would say to all of you, because I'm not interested in just picking apart your songs or The point is, what are we going to, as artists, talk about now in 2020? Please address what's going on in the United States of America right now. And that doesn't mean protest songs. It just means engage it, bring it into what you're doing. Let's talk about what's going on a little bit. Even if you write a song just about how much you love your girlfriend or your wife or your mother, also incorporate what's going on in our culture now. Please, we need this. As artists, we need to talk about what's going on in our culture, not just what's going on in our personal lives. Please, guys, you guys are talented people. We need you to address our country and what's going on in our country. That doesn't mean, like I said, write protest songs. That doesn't mean write "We Shall Overcome" or any of that. It just means integrate what's going on in our society into your songs. You know, here's one thing Henley used to tell me. He said, "What's wrong with the world is what's wrong with you and me, baby." In other words, you see what he's saying? He was saying that what's going on in the world affects what's going on with our personal relationships. That's an important thing. I want you to think about that, you know? Your songs, they have to have depth and meaning, and they have to penetrate. I would also like to ask all you guys, and you can answer me in different ways, what do you expect out of this? What do you expect individually out of writing these songs and performing these songs? What do you expect out of it? What do you?
Let's start with Ron.
All right, that's a good question. That's a question that I face with myself every day. What am I doing this for? Why me? Why do I have a gift to write songs and share songs? And if you listen to all the, I hear somebody tapping. If you listen to all the lyrics and everything I'm talking about, it's really about life things that are going on right now and with the world and how we can make a bigger difference with it. Now, while one of us may not have the fix-all for everything, it is good to put a little light on something and discuss about what that issue is, where maybe it came from and how we can overcome it and how we can grow from it.
Yes.
And that's like the song Silent Whispers is basically a friend who's doing stuff in his life or in her life that are destroying them or hurting them. And while I can get in your face and tell you, you should do it this way or this is what's wrong, from personal experience, that doesn't always work.
Right.
Sometimes you end up driving the person to go further towards what's hurting them. But me just continually passing that message to you, being there, living that example, and just saying, maybe give this a try. You've tried that. It's not worked. You tried that. We've tried that. How about let's try this? And hopefully one day that person gets that little notion of that silent whisper and starts to do the actual walking that's necessary to correct the issues we've got.
Well, that's a great answer. That's a great comment. I just think all of us, where am I here? I don't see me.
We hear you.
Okay, that's close enough for jazz right there. All right. What you just had to say, Ron, is right on the money. I would just say incorporate and integrate everything that's going on in our society with your intimate relationships. And remember, it affects all of us. Yeah. Let's try to make some music that addresses our social and economic and again, that's like protest songs. I don't want to write protest songs. You don't want to, it's been said that protest songs are good protests and lousy songs. I kind of agree with that, So, but I would say
unless you're Marvin Gaye.
Exactly, but none of us are Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye was a flat-out genius. The rest of us aren't. We would achieve. We want to be Marvin Gaye, but very few of us are going to be Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
So that's what I would just have to say: is integrate what's going on in our culture and make that part of your songs, not the whole of your songs, but perhaps part of them.
Love you, man.
Okay, Peter. How about you, Peter? Talk about that. And Danny, I sent you an invitation to restart your video. So
all right.
You should have that right there.
Let me see what I can do about that.
And Peter, go ahead and answer his question about what you hope to get out of songwriting.
What I hope to get out of songwriting, expression. To express myself, to heal, to teach, probably love, to spread light, more love and joy in a place full of darkness. That's really my goal, actually, to spread light in a place full of darkness.
That's a hell of a good goal right there. that's a great goal for you to have.
Yeah. How about you, Jarred?
I got to be completely honest. I write songs therapeutically. I have 2 songs on my record that are actually protest songs. One is Government Spring. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you. And I think that it has to be from a genuine place, you know. And for me, writing songs has always been something that just happens and I can't stop it from happening. And I don't always play every one that I write, but I let them happen naturally. I think that in this day and age, you have so many outlets to share your voice and your vibe and all that sort of stuff. I think that it is super important as artists and songwriters to engage the masses with something that's really hitting people, you know, at such a deep level. You know, it's like music is your best friend a lot of the time for people, where you have a conversation with that songwriter, even though you don't know them. When you hear their music, they're speaking to you. So I totally agree with you.
Every time you write a song, you got to think about it. How can I get them going? That is everyone that's listening to my song. How can I get them going? How can I involve them? How can I bring them in? All right, I've said enough.
B Wishes, how about you?
What do I expect from songwriting? Really nothing anymore. It's just something that comes to me like a sneeze or a poop. And I got to do it. You know, I mean, I learned a long time ago not to have expectations about whether people are going to like it or not like it. Like most of us, I think we write therapeutically. We write when we get smacked with some emotion that we find a hook and some lyrics to that comes to us. And I guess the hope, not the expectation, is that someone is going to connect to it. And I have written a lot of protest songs, very, very strong, angry, and some very sad protest songs. And I probably should have submitted one of those. But, you know, for me, it's just what I do.
All right, I've said.
Jen Ambrose.
Yeah, okay, it is therapeutic. It is all of these things, but what I strive for is authentic expression as I can tune into, with the aspiration that touches that place in other people. And I used to write more protest songs, and they've become consolidated more in my personal experiences. Does that touch people in a way that is visceral to them? I guess sometimes more than other times, but it's to speak to that humanity within all of us. Is, I guess, what I'm striving to do.
Excellent.
Expectation, I don't know at this point in this world.
Well, with that, that's a nice segue, because we're going to go into your song, Heart of Stone.
1, 2, 3.
badass, Jen.
Chat first there, Mike.
So I think we're gonna go with Ron. So Ron, give us your review on that song.
Cool. I know you said earlier, Jen, that it wasn't like a studio recording, so I think I suffered a little bit with hearing all the words, but I like the energy. I like the fun you guys were having on stage and everything, and it just made me miss seeing live music again, because we're not seeing much live music right now, and it just was a good vibe, a good energy, a good feeling.
Excellent. Peter?
I love the feel. It was kind of reminiscent for me of a lot of the rock I used to hear all the time growing up, like on TV, in terms, like those types. And also, I'm pretty much a sucker for like the use of like words like heart of stone, turns your heart into a heart of stone. Usage of that, so I kind of like that. So I really like it.
Excellent. B, how about you?
What I like about this song, Jen, is that it transcends its decade. It could have come from the 60s. It could have come from the 80s. It could come from right now, and it could probably come from 10 or 20 years from now. It's got that kind of classic rock. It's Super Agent Man meets Smash Mouth meets Susan Tedeschi a little bit, and you know what I mean. It's got a good basic recipe.
There
Hey, there he is.
There it is.
Jeez, I was like,
And a good hook.
I had blonde hair when this thing started. But okay.
Jarred, what did you think of that one?
Yeah, I think Jen Ambrose has always been a very timeless songwriter. That's another timeless song. I totally agree with B. It's always a pleasure to hear you play live, because all of your songs are just so listen to, and just the soul behind it. Your performances are always amazing, and you dig really deep with all of your lyrics too. And there's a lot there, so I really love the vibe and your songwriting. So
Excellent. Danny, I know you listened to that one beforehand too. I don't know how much of it you got to listen to right now, but what do you think of Jen's song?
Okay, well, Jen's song is basically a 12-bar blues with the chorus, and what I would say is that take that chorus, go someplace else, go up to the 4th, go to the 5, go someplace else, go whatever key it's in, go down. So what key is that in, Jen?
I guess it'd be in. I played A.
Looked like A to
A.
me.
It's an A.
It's an A. Go down to the G, and just stay there, just hang on it and sing your chorus there. So it's different than what has come before, and therefore it's going to be more present. It's going to have more impact because it's different than all the other harmonic stuff that's happened before.
Creates a little drama too, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Excellent.
Whatever you did, do something else. That's one of the rules of songwriting, the way I've known it. Was when you get to, once you've done what you have to do in the first part of it, do something else. Go somewhere else.
Excellent. Well, we have one more song before we get to the big closer, which is the Cruel Twist video, which I just really love the new Immediate Family Cruel Twist video. Is really great. But we're going to listen to Peter Collins now, and I saved this one for last on purpose because his voice takes me places that no other person's voice ever has. Somebody brought up Marvin Gaye earlier, and he had that kind of voice too that you just fly along like wings of birds, and that's what I love about Peter's stuff. So we're gonna get right to that.
Ain't nobody love me like you do. How can I love like you? Can't nobody love me like you do. How can I love like you? Oh. oh, your love is keeping me sober. Vigilant, I'm all aware of what's going on. I have no fear because I know who I am and the power I possess inside. It's all because of you. Your love has taken me over. 'Cause ain't nobody love me like you do. How can I love like you? 'Cause ain't nobody love me like you do. How can I love like you? Your love, it makes me feel a whole lot better than I've ever felt before. I have a new perspective and I'm ready to win. It's all because of you. Your light has taken me over. 'Cause ain't nobody love me like you do. How can I love like you? Oh, can't nobody love me like you do. How can I love like you? Yeah. Can't nobody love me like you do. How can I love like you? Oh, can't nobody love me like you do. How can I love like you? Yes, ain't nobody love me like you. 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 Said can't nobody love me like you. Can't nobody love me like you. Ain't nobody love me like you. Can I love like you? See, can't nobody love me like you do. Oh, can I love like you?
Still, beautiful song. Ron, why don't you start us off on this one?
Man, I got a major weak spot for soul, and you got too much of it, man. I don't. I was listening to it, and I think I had only heard a piece of you at NAMM, like only a tiny piece. And man, anybody who's been to NAMM knows you can't really hear anybody at NAMM. But man, that song, it just like it grabbed me. It took me in. It's as if you were like in Venice, like not in California, Venice, but in Venice overseas, where they have those boats that kind of go on those little rivers. It's as if you're the guy like leading that boat and singing to me all the way along this journey. It's like taking me somewhere, man, the whole time, and I appreciate it. And dude, I'll sing background to you, man. That's like that was beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Be Wishes, what do you think of that?
That song is like blue velvet. It's just got a texture and a richness, and it's soft and fuzzy and intriguing. And boy, what a voice. And your guitar technique is amazing. It's very beautiful.
I love the improvisation that he
blown
does
away on that.
all the time. Jen, what did you think of that one?
I want to pull my baby close.
Yeah.
It has that very sensual, what C sharp major chord you started with, and then your voice just weaves all through these beautiful chordings. It's incredible what you're doing. And I appreciated some of the changes, chord changes that kind of built the song, and then give your voice space to do what it does. And, Yeah.
I encourage everybody, if you get a chance, to go listen to some of Peter's stuff that he's got out there. There's some fantastic stuff and some cathedral type stuff that he does that just will blow your mind. You know which one I'm talking about, Peter. Jarred, how about you?
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that because I'm about to go put that song on a 48-hour loop.
Yeah, I want that one on a loop.
It's going to be in your head. It's going to be stuck in your head tonight anyway.
Well, it's got to be there because it's definitely not going to come out of my voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blown away. It's so insanely beautiful. Like, I'm blown away, man. I absolutely love every single piece of that song. Your voice is so unique. The notes you're hitting, the hook is just like butter. Every single part of it I love, man. I hope that I can connect with you after this because I produce full time right now, and I'd love to connect with you.
Danny, how about you?
My turn?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. All right. Listen, all you guys are really, really talented people. The song is I dig where you're coming from. You're obviously talented. You have a beautiful voice. But to say that I respect you and I appreciate so much your skin in the game, how much you care about it and what you're trying for. What I'm going to tell you is go further, go deeper, go one step deeper in what you have to say. If you love her, you know, tell all of us how you love her. Deeper. No one can teach you how to write songs. We know this, right? It has to come from in here, and you have to write themselves. But I would say this to you, is to be a terrific songwriter, pay attention, read, listen to all music, not just what happened in the last 10 years, not what just happened in the last 5 years. You know, go back, listen to Cole Porter, listen to the guys that came before Cole Porter, then the guys that came after, listen to Muddy Waters and Willie Dixon and the Motown guys. Absorb it.
I appreciate your candor and I appreciate your passion.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to put it to the test because now we get to listen to a Danny song.
Not that my song is any better than y'all's song. It isn't.
I'm glad. I appreciate you, Danny. I'm sure the thing is that makes up the wonders and beauties of America is so many different perspectives, so many different roots, like you mentioned. I mean, I grew up on all types of music, my dad's record collection, songbooks, everything. And in the end of the day, we got to realize who you, why you, what do you bring to the table that's unique to yourself in this expressions. And artists in general are historians, and that I agree with you on. But I do appreciate all the different perspectives and insight about, and your candor and insight about how we can always go deeper. I appreciate that. Look forward to hearing your song.
Yeah.
Well, that's my point.
Okay, we're going to throw a cruel twist in here. So this is a new song. Your record comes out in September, Danny, right?
Well, the EP comes out in September with my band, Immediate Family.
Right.
And that comes out in September. Yeah.
This is the Immediate Family's newest video, newest song called Cruel Twist. And who wrote this one, Danny?
I wrote it.
You wrote it. Okay, I thought so. I thought I remembered that. Leland Sklar on bass, Waddy Wachtel on guitar from Stevie Nicks and everybody else. I mean, between these guys, there's probably 25,000 songs recorded in the last 40 years. Steve Postell from Pure Prairie League and many others, and Danny, of course, and then Russ Kunkel. And of course, 4 of those guys were the Section back in the day. So if you, I went back and listened to some old Section records here in the last couple of weeks, Danny, and that was some shit right there. That was
yeah. I would never post myself as being the ultimate example of anything I've been saying, because I'm a student. I'm trying the same as y'all's. I'm trying to create something the same as y'all.
So let's do a cruel twist. We're gonna close this party with a fun song, and it includes Leland in. I think it's a wizard hat or something like that. I don't know what he was thinking, but here we go.
Well, you stepped on a lot of toes, and you broke a lot of hearts, and you rubbed up and down against a lot of people's body parts. You thought that loving would be good for you. All that loving and you still feel blue. You think about the life you missed. It's such a cruel twist. Such a cruel twist. Such a cruel, cruel twist. Such a cruel twist. Such a cruel, cruel twist. Yeah, the good and bad things you do gonna come back to you. Once you were sitting pretty and the world was at your command, but reality got gritty and I don't think that you understand. You thought that time was your best friend, but you're further from the beginning than you are to the end. You think about the life you missed, such a cruel twist. Such a cruel twist. Such a cruel, cruel twist. Such a cruel twist. Such a cruel, cruel twist. The good and bad things you do gonna come back to you. What goes around comes around. You better use your head, 'cause what goes up will surely come down, but you never listen to a word I say. Whatever cards get dealt to you, but one thing you know is true. The good and bad things you do gonna come back to you. And it'll be a cruel twist. Such a cruel, cruel twist. A cruel twist. Such a cruel, cruel twist. Yeah, the good and bad things you do will come back to you.
You get the idea.
You get the idea, yeah. So now we're going to turn this around. Ron, what'd you think of Danny's song?
I think it was a good blues, man. I think it was a really good vibe and good homage to good rock and roll, good blues and everything, man. When it comes to songwriting and expression, all the points you talked about roots and everything are important, but it really comes down to the individual who's passing on those roots and passing on that story and writing the stories now and documenting it all.
How about you, Peter?
The song had a really interesting flow. It really went well with the message of talking about karma, that whole idea of karma. So it kind of meshed like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Beth, wishes.
Sounds like a good old-fashioned kick-butt rock and roll tune with a great band.
Yeah, from some kick-butt rock and rollers, that's for sure. Those guys have been, I don't know, 427 years or something like that between them. I don't know what it is. And 250.
That's rock and roll, baby.
Jen.
Doesn't need to be deep.
Blues. I mean, blues takes me there. So, yeah, good, bad things you do. Blues is life, and so, yeah.
I like the way that the message of the song fit the vibe of the song. I think that was one of the most important for me is that the lyrics and the music melody went together really well, and I think that's been one of Danny's messages among the other more passionate messages that he's explained to us today. But Jarrod, what do you think?
I hope to God when I'm your age, I'm as good looking as all of you Jewish men in that video. I mean, I can only hope to be your age and still rocking out with all my friends. The song itself is, a heavy blues driver, absolutely. Danny, you've worked with some insanely amazing artists, and I definitely like how you tie your words together. And you guys are all very passionate about your playing, and it's really fun to see. Definitely sounds like a really classic blues song, though. And I think I'm a little surprised too. I'm hearing you talk about wanting to hear some more modern messages and stuff like that in the music. I think we all do have we need to put that message out there. But a lot of these songs are songs we've written before a lot of this crazy shit's happening now. So yeah. The song itself, love it. I would play it in my car. Really enjoyed it.
Okay, well, before I close the show, because I think we're running a little bit later than we wanted, but Danny, how about some last words? We've been pretty party to your encouragement to dig a little deeper, and I really like that. We tend to write like we write, but I think that your encouragement to look for something. What's that next thing that would really make this song stand out? Would it be a change up of the chorus to something completely different that throws some drama in there, or is it some space in a song like Jarreds? So I would just ask for your closing words and kind of a summary of how of your conversation with these folks.
Well, I would say with all of your songs is whatever you did, do something else. In other words, after you get through 8 bars or even 16 bars of what you're doing, go somewhere else. Musically or lyrically or both. Don't hang around at the same thing. A lot of popular music right now is a 4-bar vamp, and that's it. Cardi B had a big hit and she won the Grammy Award. You know how many songwriters are on there? 17 songwriters on that one song. All right? Is that the way it ought to be? I don't think it is. I think it takes one person to have one idea and one way to go with songwriting to say something significant and important. This is not a business. I don't see this as the music business. I see this as a way of life, a religion, a way of being, because let me tell you, it's the toughest business in the world to make it in. What I would say is that get true to yourself. Find that within you. That's the real deal. And you got to pursue that.
I have a question for you, Danny, before we go.
Yes, of course.
One thing I've been really diving into is I'm a full-time producer and songwriter. As far as like your history writing songs, songwriter credits, on an album and getting that, that income from those songs you've written, the splits, all that sort of stuff. Do you have any advice to people who are trying to write songs for other artists and work with producers? And what would you say on the business side we should be?
Don't give your stuff away. Don't, protect what you're doing. Absolutely. The songwriting is such a weird kind of situation. A lot of people that want to get in on it. They want to get a piece of it, Watch out for that. If you wrote a song that's part of your soul, that's in you, don't give it away. Don't give it away. Hold on to it. And don't let anyone take it from you. So that's one thing I would say to you.
The last thing was copywriting. There's a lot of people saying you don't need to copyright a song these days.
Yeah, you do. You need to copyright your song.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't own them unless you've copyrighted them. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Mean it, and follow your heart. And that's really the only advice I can really give you that means shit. Follow your heart.
Well, I want to say to everybody here that I really, really appreciate your time tonight. You're here of your own volition, and you took some time to be with us, and I really appreciate everybody's input. We're going to keep everybody in touch, so anybody wants to talk to anybody else, I think I see something going. I think I see a bromance going on between Peter and Jarrod at some level. So.
I can't wait to
come
hear
together.
that.
All of you come together, join each other.
Love
help
all
each
of you guys. Love you too, Danny.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
From everybody at Cordial Cables USA and in Germany, I just want to thank everybody for being here. Danny Kortchmar, I know this isn't your thing, but you did a really good job, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you being on screen and being straight with us. You know, we're a mutual admiration society, but I appreciate the fact that you went a little beyond that, and we're all going back to rewrite our songs. So,
yeah, you don't need to admire me. You don't need to admire me. You can hate my guts. You can tell me go. That's okay too, but get in there with yourself and find out what you can do. That's all.
Thank you so much. We're going to call it quits. Anybody needs to get a hold of anybody else, I'll share emails and stuff like that. We're going to go ahead and play out on one of my all-time favorite songs. We started the show with it. We're going to close with it. I will go ahead and let you guys off the screen, but we're going to go ahead and let New York Minute play all the way through. And it's the Immediate Family's version of it. I love it. Love Steve Postell's voice on this song. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Thank you, everybody. Wave goodbye to the people.
Thank you.
Facebook Live. Danny,
thank you, guys.
Look forward to hearing that record.
Thank all of you. Thank all of you for participating.
Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you later on.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks, Mike.
I wrote this with Don Henley several years ago. Steve's going to sing it for you. It's a really good tune, as usual. And we're real proud of it. Steve's going to sing the hell out of it. And this one's called New York Minute.
Everything you change. My coat around my shoulders, took a walk down to the park. Leaves are falling